Let me see if I can invite anybody on here who might be available. Let's see. Hold on, I'm gonna. Okay, I just invited a few people. Okay, so anyway, I wanted to go over a few things with you guys as I was gonna take my makeup off and mask and team talk all at the same time tonight, so why not, right? It seems like it's a little bright in here. Okay, so hope you guys are having an amazing day, amazing month. I wanted to chat with you guys about a few things. Some of it has to do with mindset. Some of it has to do with end of the year. It has to do with focus. It has to do with gratitude. So let's start with gratitude, because gratitude is probably one of the easiest things to talk about and share about. There's a lot of times I get messages from you guys about either being stuck at a certain color or, like I'll ask somebody, what color are you at? Things like that. And I always hear I hear often, too often I should say, hey Allie, hey Courtney, I hear often, I'm only yellow, I'm only white, I'm only pink, I'm only blue. And that actually is a shame, because you don't have gratitude for as far as you've worked, as hard as you've worked, and as far as you've come. And I can tell you right now, the world is not going to give you anything more until you appreciate and value as hard as you've worked and what you've accomplished. So change your mindset, change your thinking. No longer start saying, I'm only this color. Be proud and own that you are that color. Okay. The second thing is yes, you did. Yes, you did. All right, I'm going to take my makeup off and do a mask while we're talking tonight, because I'm trying to multitask. So anyway, so part of it is gratitude for yourself and as far as you've accomplished in this business, okay? The next thing is be gracious to your customers. And that's something I get messages often, which surprises me, honestly. But I will get messages often where, I will personally thank a lot of people privately, and then there's people that I will publicly thank together. And everybody has different ways of, I feel like I'm gonna rip my eyeball out doing that. Is it me, or is like Epic harder to remove than 3D? Kind of crazy. It's funny to me, because to me, Epic's a little bit harder to remove, yet runs in the shower. Okay, so let's talk about gratitude to your customers. So whenever I get sales, of course, I always private message people. I always send thank you notes. But I tend to send, I'll do a group. I don't always do just a one-on-one, but I'll put 3 or 4 of my customers together, and I'll do a little, I appreciate you supporting me, supporting my business. I don't ever say what they purchased, and that's personal preference. And the reason I don't ever say thank you for purchasing the mascara, thank you for that, because there are positives to doing that. Obviously, you're grabbing people's attention of a product. But for me, I know that personally, if I was to purchase something, let's just say, I don't know, if I was to purchase anything, I may not want it known what I'm purchasing for a lot of reasons. It's private to me. Maybe you don't want your friends knowing. Maybe you have other friends that are in that business. Just all kinds of different things. So I leave it very vague. I just leave it very vague, and I just say thank you so much for supporting me. And I can't tell you honestly how many times I get sales from friends of people, because what they'll do is they will ask their friends, hey, what did you buy? What did you get? I saw she thanked you. What did you do? And it pops in their news feed. So I actually have random people sometimes will message me because they can see, they'll come to my page, they see that I'm with Unique, and then they'll message me. So just because you don't put your product in there doesn't necessarily mean that it's not going to grab attention, but it shows gratitude. And that goes a long way for a few things. Number one, the person that purchased from you appreciates it, obviously. And it shows other people who might be watching your journey that you value your customers. And that's huge. I don't know about you guys, but listen, I have been with this business for over 3.5 years. I've sold over $106,000 in products since we started. And I can tell you right now, I don't care. Every single email I get that says that I sold a product, I flip out excited about it. Like, I just love it. So that excitement, enthusiasm, make sure you thank your customer for that. Make sure that they feel appreciated. Because I have so many times supported other direct sales companies, and I'll buy something from them, and I never hear a thank you. I never hear anything. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, I could have chosen anybody to order this stuff from, because there's a lot of people out there, especially because we network so much with so many people. There's a lot of people in these companies, you know, different friends that I have are in the companies, you know, I could have ordered from anybody. And the fact that I don't feel like I'm appreciated, now I might be appreciated, but I don't feel like it. And a lot of what we do in our business and what in life is perception, and is how we feel about things. And so you want to make sure that you that you let your customer know how much it means to you and how much you appreciate it. And, you know, so go that extra mile with gratitude. Gratitude for yourself, with what your own personal accomplishments, and then also for your customers as well. The next thing, oops, hold on. Right? It's like really a lot harder. That's a good idea. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is focus. I know a lot of times it's really, really hard in this business, because I don't know if you guys saw my post this morning, but you know, this business does come in waves. And you'll have a lot of sales, or you'll have some sales, or maybe you have one sale, and then you may go, you know, amount of time and you don't have any sales. And that period of time when it's like, you know, crickets, it starts to play mind games with you, which is one of the reasons why personal development is so huge. You've got to work on you. You've got to work on your mindset so that those types of times don't affect you as much, and you look at the big picture. But as far as the focus, I'm going to swing this and it's going to hit me in the face. I can feel it, because it's one of those, see, it's our mask applicator and it's rubbery. It's going to look me right in the face. But focus, see, look at this. I'm not even focused right now. And look, I'm going off on a tangent. But figure out what your goals are. Okay, we talk about our why all the time. You know, it's important for you to know your why. It helps keep you motivated in times that maybe are a little bit more difficult to get through. But think about your goals. You know, are you wanting to sponsor one person this month? Are you wanting to sponsor 2, 3, whatever? And I'm going to just sidetrack ourselves because I'm not being focused. I'm going to talk a little bit about sponsoring people. You know, a lot of times when we start thinking about the opportunity or worrying about sponsoring people or offering the opportunity, as you say, we start thinking about how it's for us. Like, they're going to be helping us. They're going to be doing all of that. And honestly, that, in my opinion, is the wrong mindset. Because in reality, you're helping them. You know, you're offering an opportunity that not only can change their life. Wow. I got a lot of stuff going on my face tonight. Let's see. Feels so cool though. Okay. It can change their life in a lot of ways. I mean, financial is one, but let me just talk to you. There is a lot of reasons why people join direct sales companies. Some of it very much is about the money, you know, the extra income. And some people, it starts out that way, but they find something. Ooh. Okay. Oops. Okay. Boom. But they find something along that path, along that way, that's pretty awesome. And it has to do with our sisterhood. It has to do with confidence. It has to do with a lot of different things. And sometimes the reasons that people join are different for the reasons why people stay. And what your job, when you're offering out that opportunity, is to find and reach those people for the different reasons that they might need this opportunity. And the best way to figure that out is to think about what this business has done for you. You know, if it's a financial thing, that's fine. If it's a personal, if it's a confidence thing, if it's a changed your mindset thing, if it's being a part of feeling loved, if it's a part of being appreciated, if it's a part about having a sisterhood, whatever it is, I guarantee you there are other people out there who feel exactly the same way you do that need that in their life. And that's who you need to be reaching and talking to. And you need to realize that you are helping them. You are helping them, okay? Them helping you in return, that just comes after you help them succeed, you know? But I think a lot of times we always are thinking, you know, I feel so awkward offering the opportunity because I feel like, you know, they're doing me a favor. And you've got to change your mindset with that. You've got to change your mindset with that, because it's such a unique, no pun intended, a unique opportunity for people to be a part of something that is so incredible. Because I can tell you right now, and I missed our whole focus thing, right? But I can tell you right now that the world needs us more than ever right now. You know, there's so much negativity, there's so much hate, there's so much anger, there's so much, you know, worriedness, there's so much everything. I don't even know if worriness is even a word. I just might have made that up. Worrisome? I don't know. I think I just made that up. But the world needs our positivity, our empowering, you know, each other, and you need to put that in people's lives. You know, you need to share that in people's lives. And when you start thinking about you're here to help someone else and to serve somebody else instead of them helping you by you asking them about the opportunity, it changes things. It changes things. So anyway, back to focus. So decide what it is what your goals are. If it's a certain amount of PRS, if it is a certain advancement in status, if it's sponsoring a certain amount of people, if it's selling one epic mascara this week. It does not make a difference how big or small your goals are, because they are your goals, they're yours. So, and then what I want you to do though, because this is the difference. What I want you to do, it's one thing to have these goals, but the next thing it is to write them down. And then I want you to take a Post-its and I want you to write them down. For every goal that you have, I want you to write it down on 5 different Post-its. So I want you to write it 5 times, okay? And then I want you to take a Post-it and I want you to put it on your bathroom mirror. I want you to put it on your nightstand beside your bed. I want you to put it on your refrigerator. I want you to put it in your car on your dash. You know, I want you to put it somewhere else in your home that you will see it when you're doing laundry or whatever it is. And what that does is when you are focused, distractions, they don't get in the way as much when you see what your goals are, what your true goal is. And when you put that focused energy into something, it is amazing. It is amazing. You know, we did that little post week before last about the Epic Mascara. And I can't tell you how many people who had never sold an Epic Mascara before. And then we did that post, who has tried it? You know, you did the picture or whatever. And I had so many messages from y'all saying how it worked. It really worked. And that is because you put focused energy into something and that energy came back to you. And that's exactly what happens in everything in your business. When you have gratitude, when you're focused, that is going to come back. And when you are serving others, that is a big thing. You've got to have that mindset of serving and helping others. The other thing I was going to say, so you have these things written down so that your distractions don't get in your way. And that's super, 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 super important because it's so easy for distractions to get in your way. The other thing you need to do is you need to sit down and decide how much time you want to commit to your business every day. And if you commit more, that's awesome. But start out small or whatever you want to do, but be intentional with that time. and don't scroll through Facebook. That's not intentionally working our business, and I'm guilty of it too. So I'm not saying anything that's not, I get it. But say from, I'm going to work my business every morning from 7 to 7:30 or whatever time it is, in the middle of the day, at nighttime, whatever you do. Do a half an hour, do an hour slot. And if you think about it, it's not a long time to work your business if you're really wanting it to be successful, but start small so that you can accomplish these goals. And then intentionally sit down, not distracted, and itching. I'm not picking my nose, I promise. But sit down and carve out 5 minutes, 10 minutes, personal development, period. Like start it out right from the start, personal development. And then go to, friend requesting so many people. I'm itching. And then go to messaging so many people. And then going to following up with so many. Like come up with a plan of how you're going to utilize that time and stay on track and focused in that time. And let me tell you what's going to happen to your business. You are going to feel so incredibly in control of your business when you do that, as opposed to just randomly popping on and, sending a message here or randomly doing this. And because that's where that whole scrolling through Facebook comes into play. And next thing you know, you've spent an hour and a half, 2 hours scrolling all night on Facebook and not getting anything really accomplished for your business. And that's how that mindset that, the business isn't working for me, it's not working, blah, 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 blah. So you probably might have an idea. I had no idea how much time I wasted scrolling. And I happened to, the other night, I don't know what made me do it, but I was looking at the TV, and there was our clock is right there. And I happened to look at the time, and at the time it was 8:18. And I didn't think anything of it at the time. And I was sitting here on Facebook, and, I thought I wasn't working my business. I'll just be honest with you guys. I thought I was. I was going through the motions like I thought I was, but I wasn't. And I'm scrolling. And I comment on a couple people's stuff, but that's not working your business. It is a little teeny bit, but not really. So I'm doing all this, and next thing you know, I look up at the clock, and I am not kidding you. It was 10:35. So I spent over 2 hours scrolling, and I didn't even realize it. So it's a lot of wasted time, If you're trying to make this a business, it's a lot of wasted time where you could cut that. And if you have that intentional hour that you dedicate strictly to that, then if you want to do scrolling later, that's up to you, but you've still got things accomplished that day, and you feel accomplished because of it. Okay. So, that is kind of my thing. The other thing is we need to get geared up, because the end of the year is going to be mad, crazy, insane. And I don't want to go too much longer because my mask is going to dry up. Not dry, but is the end of the year is going to be crazy, insane. I've got a few things up my sleeve that I want us to do as a team. But I want you guys to take advantage of this holiday season. I mean, I can't tell you how much money you can make by sharing, and working your business, getting men involved. I can't tell you, that's a huge one. Every year for the holidays, I sell so many products to men because they need ideas for gifts. They need our help, girls. They need our help big time. Reach out to these guys. Reach out to your female friends and say, hey, you want to give me a list of things that you would be interested in having, and I will send it to your husband, or your boyfriend or whatever. Or give a shopping link. Start a shopping link and say, listen, give this link. This is what you can get. Give this link to your husband, and then you can also get extra free products with it as well. I did that last year, and that worked out huge for me, because then you get a customer after the fact as well. Especially if, because I do a lot of cash and carry, so I will tag, like if I have somebody that maybe they've spent $100 and something and I have some cash and carry to purchase, I will close out that party. I will make sure that party qualifies if there's already sales going in it, just so that they have $20 in Y cash, so that later on they will place another order and take advantage of that Y cash, and then I get more sales. Just an idea. It's something that's worked for me. I'm going to buy the products anyway because I do cash and carry, so I might as well let somebody else have those party rewards, right? So anyway, that's kind of my thing for tonight. I just wanted to pop on, get yourselves geared up, get yourselves ready, get focused, have gratitude for what you've accomplished, how far you've come, and how far you're going to be going. Appreciate your customers. Share with your customers how much you appreciate them. Be thankful for everything that you have. Stay patient. Be consistent. Be persistent. Don't give up. Don't give up. And just stay amazing. And I love you guys so much. Have an awesome night.